So today I'm paying visit with Brett, my friend Brett here. He lives in the Richmond, greater Richmond area, not too far from me. I live in Midlothian, for those of you locals that don't know. And he won a free Toro mower last year, I believe, sometime,
October.
Right? Yeah, October. And, you know, you can look in the description. I'll have a link for the podcast episode that I did with him where we talked about all of that and kind of his backstory he had some transitions with his business, one business to another business, and how this mower really is going to affect, you know, his life overall, you know, and his business. And so now it's this kind of follow-up video, because this was months ago before the season started that he picked up the mower, and I was there for that, made some Instagram posts. But today we're doing a video to show it in action, talk about how it's really affected his life and his business, like after the season has started. Now it's in June, so it's spring rush has gone by. I'm sure there's a ton of great stories and usefulness that this beautiful Toro Zmaster 4000 series is what he won for free has done for Brett. So, and it's just a very coincidence that in the whole country, Brett is the one that won it. It's convenient. Toro asked me to head on over here and see if I can do a follow-up video, and absolutely I would love to do that, because Brett's a friend of mine. I've known him over the years. Another awesome thing why I love YouTube so much, because I probably would have never even known Brett existed, because he's in a different side of town, and so we would never have really crossed paths unless we just happened to be like at the same dealership or something, right. Which is kind of not a thing either, really, because there's so many scattered about. It would really have to be lucky timing for us to be in the same place, same time. But because of YouTube and social media, you know, you kind of connect with people and you reach out to people, and we hooked up and made some videos in the past. I'll link that at the end of this video so you can check that out to see his setup back then and compare it to now and all that. But it's just cool to really have another way to connect with people that you might not have otherwise met. I mean, you know, if you're at a gas station or something, you should be like, hey, you see another lawn bro or girl out there, you know, and stop, say, hey, what's going on, guy? Hey, you know, what's going on? Are you new or whatever? And just kind of start making those connections. I'm really a big believer in that.
Those connections are huge.
Yeah. Because networking is key, because there's so many things that we can help each other out with, whether we're in a bind or one of us offers a service that the other one doesn't, or wants to start a service that you know, someone else does that we're not too sure about. And it's just going to help elevate everybody and help, you know, just make everything better. And we can all just, you know, a rising tide rises all ships. So it's like, let's all work together and help each other, so we can raise our prices, do higher quality services, get better customers, and just increase the market overall. So you ready to get some mowing done, Brett?
Absolutely.
All right. We'll catch you later.
Let's get to it.
All right. Man, so this is some tall, thick grass and weeds, and this thing is like cutting like a champ.
Yeah, I tell you, and this is why I wanted you to come here. The condition of this grass is the amount of weeds and whatnot, and that will speak volumes about the cut quality of a machine. There's a lot of machines that do great on lawns that are manicured and just strictly grass, and that really doesn't say a whole lot about the cut quality. But when you get into the weedy nonsense and it cuts clean on the first pass, that's where you really see the value of the Toro Turbo Force deck. There's nothing like it.
100%. And also, you were moving fast. Yeah. You were moving, but you were hustling on this thing and getting that cut quality.
Absolutely.
I mean, there was a straggler here and there, but I mean, come on. I mean, these are like dandelions. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Thick. This stuff just folds over and wants to smack you back in the face, you know, or smack you, you know, where as you're going past it, you know. But this thing just cleared right through it, going like almost max speed. I felt like you were just zipping. So that speaks volumes.
Just below 12 miles an hour, and it's pretty much cutting every one of them first pass.
Wow. And you got it's got the My Ride suspension, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
So there's a lot of bumping around on here, but how does that feel for you?
Don't feel it. The seat makes a world of difference. And one thing I will say, a lot of people have inquired about the electric deck lift without having a foot pedal, because they're like, oh, you can't float the deck. And you can float the deck. You just have to, instead of using your foot, you kind of learn the system and use the button to kind of lift it up over roots and go back down. The pin, once you go back down, you're going to go to where the pin's already set. So you're right back to where
it's the exact same thing as a pedal button. It's right at your fingertips, literally.
Exactly.
Nice. Well, I know you've had other zero turns before, right?
Yes.
And you haven't had a My Ride suspension before until this?
Right.
So what is the biggest difference from your perspective?
My back doesn't feel like I've been on it all day.
Okay.
It takes all the bumps and everything out of it.
Yeah.
There's 3 adjustments on it, and where it's at now is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Basically makes you feel like you're just riding on a cloud 9.
Right.
You know.
That's funny. I said that once upon a time on an Instagram video that was like the most viewed video at the time for me, because I had a different Zmaster, because this 4000 series just came out last year and they were giving one away and Brett won it. So I can't say how awesome that is more than enough times, but it was a different Zmaster, but it was when the My Ride suspension first came out, and I couldn't agree more. It was like riding on clouds. But yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of people go to standers, because they just can't take the abuse anymore when they get on big properties like this with a lot of bumps. And I mean, it's inevitable, you know, but these properties still have to be maintained. They have to be cut somehow, some way. And a lot of you guys out there cut nothing but this kind of grass. So stuff like this, like the My Ride suspension and everything, that's really going to help your back. So you don't necessarily have to get a stander, because there's definitely pros and cons to both. But if you're a sit down zero turn guy, then but your back's, you know, getting killed, get the My Ride suspension. Absolutely. Right? So this way you don't have to feel whooped at the end of the day or at the end of the property. So
absolutely.
Awesome. So when you picked up this mower, you were telling me that you were transitioning from one business to another business, and now you have another business.
Right.
Name is as far, like, I mean, like business name, not necessarily the business itself, but business name. So right. What happened? What was the transition there?
So I had Brett's Lawn Maintenance. I was in the middle of shutting everything down. I liquidated all truck, trailer, mower, all the equipment. And I was like, I'm done with lawn care. Frustrated.
Yeah.
And didn't know what my next step in life was, but I knew that was not it.
Right.
And then come October, and Toro messed up my whole plan in life in a good way. And I won the 4000 Zmaster from Toro, and that was kind of like a sign that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I do enjoy the work, but
yeah,
I just got to a dead point of I'm done with this.
Right.
And so that brought new life. So I started up Green Up Lawn Care and went and got another truck, trailer.
Back at it again. Well, thanks to Toro. Shout out to Toro. Absolutely. For sure. Obviously, they didn't know Brett's story. Brett just entered to win like everybody else, and he won, happened to be close to me, and here we are now telling his story and showing his story now. We're talking about it for the second time, but showing it really in action, the mower and everything for the first time. Some older footage, like I said, that I'll put at the end of this video, his first company that he had and his previous setup, so you can check that out. But some lessons learned there. We go deep into it on the podcast. Now that we've started this season with Green Up Lawn Care and the new mower, what's kind of like some of your biggest moments or changes, I guess, that you've made, some improvements?
So by winning the mower, it sort of made me feel like Toro believed in not just me, but in the industry as a whole, which is kind of like putting new breath into myself and giving me the drive to go forward. This is a huge opportunity, and I don't like to waste anything.
Right.
And so it was life changing.
Yeah.
Because I truly had thought about staying into lawn care, but doing push mow yards.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said that.
Wouldn't have been. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been the most profitable or productive,
right?
Unless you found like a neighborhood with a bunch of small yards, you know.
Exactly.
You can definitely be successful there.
But it's been life changing in so many ways. It truly has.
Awesome.
I'm still at loss to words.
Yeah.
Behind,
Yeah. Well, it's June. We still got a long summer to go, and you've got a beast of a mower. So just take care of it. Do the oil changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep those blades sharp and that deck clean, and man, that thing will get you through all kinds of stuff and make you a lot of money. So keep up the good work, my friend.
And it's definitely makes me appreciate the cut quality, because I believe in one thing we must do is take pride in our work.
Absolutely.
Like I was telling you, the job I was on yesterday, I was somewhat embarrassed because we were doing good work, and then the truck pulls up, cuts the grass, makes it looks horrible, and then he's out of there.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there all day long doing cleanup.
So you cleaned up.
So as we leave, and my truck gets out of the way, people see this horribly cut yard.
Yeah.
And do they make the connection that thinking
somebody else
my
did
company
it,
did it?
Exactly.
So
perception again.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you blew off the street and some stuff to try and make it somewhat nice, doing someone else's job, but yeah, that's a good point too. So Brett's learned a lot. He's come a long way, and having a new mower can definitely help get you reinvigorated for things, and not be not let anything go to waste. Not waste a great opportunity. So congratulations again.
I appreciate it.
I wish you all the best, and we'll definitely catch up again soon.
Absolutely.